I've given you plenty tips on how to beat harder stages when you're hard stuck. I'm going to break this down with the most popular team in the game for free to play. There's a couple things you can do when you can't beat a stage. If you end up liking this video, hit the sub button, hit the like button, hit that bell, digging things so you know when I post a video. Let's go, baby. Later in this video, I'm going to show you the importance of map exploration and why you need to complete everything on the map. It's such a huge advantage to you. First, let's talk about the best overall team for free to play to use. Sisia, Antandra, Brutus, Coco, and Smokey. The majority of you have this team and probably are using, one exception to Smokey. Some people have not had the RNG luck to pull Smokey. Smokey is a great early game hero, 100%. But with this team right here, I'm going to talk about formation, artifacts, etc. Let's first talk about formation because artifacts come into play after formation. There's a couple different formations you can do with this team comp. It highly depends on what enemies are out. And let's start with one of the most common artifacts used is Awakening Spell. This is probably one of your highest free-to-play artifacts that you have. One of the main formations to use with this is Antandra up front, Smokey right in the middle or the back middle, Coco in the back left, Brutus in the mid right, and there's a reason for that. When the battle starts, he automatically charges in front, and you don't want Brutus to be too far away from Smokey. And then you have Sisia in the back. What's important is Sisia has to be behind Brutus. They're going to be going after the same target. So if one of your main targets up here is on the right side, you put them on the right side. If they're on the left side, you actually switch, like so that they focus down that left front side first. Awakening Spell gives attack, physical defense, and magical defense, so your frontline tanks are going to be tankier, your damage dealer is going to have more attack. And then you get the heal, obviously, from the artifact. But as you see, Brutus does the defense down, Sisia does the damage to the defense down target. Brutus charged into that frontline enemy, but he's still in range of Smokey. My whole team is in range of Smokey, and that's what's important about Smokey. I think there's better healers than Smokey, but not early game, especially when you get into heroes other than backline damage dealers or supports. Now let's just say you put it on auto battle and you use the same formation and lightning spell just to see how far you get, and hey, you die, right? You may think, oh, that's my last AFK stage, I'm screwed, I gotta wait till tomorrow. Again, like in previous videos, that's not the case, especially with this team. There's multiple different formations and artifacts with those different formations that will help push you. So let's talk about the other artifacts and what the best formations there are. Because our main goal is pushing AFK stage, mainly for hero essence. So here's our first defeat on that formation. As you see, there's a big threat here, and she's right in the middle guarded by two front lines. But we want to see exactly how we lose. And it looks like just those front line tanks are very hard to kill. So you can actually keep the same formation, but you would change to Confining Spell. Depends on your progression and where you're at. But this will attack two targets in the back line and imprisons them, entangles them, whatever you want to call it. Just by switching the artifact with the same formation. When the artifact entangles the enemy in the back, they're not doing damage, they can't attack, so that means their ultimate is not going up. And if you really pay attention to your battles, right? As you see, my Mr. Carlisle killed Atalanta, but in the last battle, Atalanta got her ultimate off. Like literally 5 seconds before my Mr. Carlisle was able to kill her last time. So if you're having an issue with an enemy in the back line using an ultimate and killing your team, use Confining Spell if you got it. This will stop two enemies in the back line from building energy. So you lose with that formation. What else can you try? Let's say you have 3 big threats and no frontline tank on the enemy. Move Brutus up front and try Enlightening Spell. This increases the attack speed of your rearmost hero. As the battle goes on, it keeps increasing. The whole purpose to this is to kill the frontline threats as fast as possible. So a Brutus up front, he's going to negate dying, he's going to tank those front lines. But as you see, Brutus didn't get his defense down on, and that's a big issue. So again, you just retry the match. I would always retry a match like 3 to 5 times, because sometimes debuffs don't go off, sometimes crits don't go off. Things can change dramatically. What if that still doesn't work? Time to break out Iron Wall spell. Now there's a couple different formations you can do with this. First is the spread formation, giggity, where Sissia would actually get the Iron Wall spell. This would make her super tanky. This also increases her ultimate rate, so she'll ultimate a lot quicker. Or you just make your tank tankier and give it to Antandra. As you see here, they have to get past Antandra. And with that buff, it's very hard to do so. My team survived a little bit more, but again, the formation didn't work. Another good formation with Iron Wall spell is this one right here. In this comp, you really have to worry about units that AoE damage, so can't use that in this stage either. Now, if there's no front line, you can lower the attack speed of the enemies with Star Shard spell, but you really need to change your team comp here. The best person to use a Star Shard spell is obviously Rowan, and Rowan may not even make sense on your team comp, but you want your artifact to lower the enemy's attack speed so they get lower energy consumption. The whole main purpose is to do damage with multiple ultimates and to lower the enemy's attack speed, which in turn lowers their energy rate so they can't use ultimates faster. The problem with Star Shard spell though is that it takes time to ramp up. And the problem with that is if you don't have Rowan at like a higher like rarity or whatever the case may be, it might not work. However, as you can see, it's actually working way better than any of the other artifacts. I got farther. Am I going to be able to do it with Star Shard spell? And lo and behold, bam. You just gotta go through the formations, you gotta go through the artifacts in order to get past that stage. So make sure to push that main story as far as you can, so you can unlock all the artifacts, so you get crystals for summons, and so that you can explore the whole map. I've said it in the past, I focus main story first. And then when I'm stuck or I have free time, I go back to everything that I skipped. I still have all of this progression to do, along with new side quests, corrupt creatures I've missed. And the reason I say to push the main story and get strong, because you're going to save time this way. Because when you've passed enemies, you can go to the past and just quick battle. But go back, explore the map, oh, another quick battle, easy. But these Crimson treasures are what's important. Because after you quick battle these 4, right, all you got to do is loot the chest and you get epic recruitment letters, crystals, and some equipment, along with hero essence. That's why it's super important to clear the map at whatever point you want after getting to the end of the main story, or B while you clear it. It's up to you really. I just find it way quicker this way going back to lower levels. That's it for today's video. I just wanted to showcase one of the most common free-to-play teams with one add-on of Rowan and the best formations for those artifacts. Again, if you can't beat a level, try different artifacts, try different formations. If you end up liking this video, sub, like, ding ding a bell. I'll see you in the next one. Peace!